All right, guys, this time I'm gonna be taking a look at the floors of the truck, giving you a little bit more in-depth look to see what we have here. Definitely not what I expected for the floor. I think you'll probably be a little bit surprised like I was. Let's dive in and see what we got here. As you can see, we're all tucked in the barn. There's my 73 Cheyenne Super that I mentioned earlier with the wood grain exterior trim. Got the black OBS all tucked in here. Dorothy squeezed in tight next to it. A lot of junk over here I had to move out of the way, but packed in here pretty tight. And I thought I'd just show you all the floor. I kind of briefly showed it in the last video, but you know, as you could see, cab corners and rockers are just shot. But look at that floor. I mean, that is not at all what I expected. Honestly, let's see, let me get a light, see what we can, that's better. But just look at those floors. I mean, absolutely not at all what I was expecting. Judging from the rockers, when I picked this thing up on the outside, I just completely expected this thing to be shot, gone. You know, sitting in the weeds like that. But I cannot believe how clean this thing is. Look at the frame, super solid. Just honestly couldn't ask for a more perfect starting point. Obviously the rockers are gonna need to be replaced, cab corners. You know, thankfully Auto Metal Direct is out there. People like that who are creating aftermarket parts that fit these trucks and can get you back to that factory fresh feel. But incredible, honestly incredible. Like, the only thing I could really find back here, the front of the bed there, you can see there's a little bit of rot starting. And honestly, I think that's because there's just junk in the bed of the truck accumulating water over the years from sitting outside. But I mean, look at this floor. I just can't get over it. I like honestly cannot believe just how clean the bed too. Turn this light down. The bed floor itself too is surprisingly clean. Everything about this is honestly a shock. Like, this is a fairly clean truck. Again, out here, you got the cab corners and rockers. And I noticed the other night when I was out here, the bumper's rusting, but the top of the bed rails here, a little bit of rust down this side. No big deal, not a major concern, no structural or anything like that. Tailgate, top of it here, surface rust. But man, just what an awesome deal to find. That floor is just so solid. And up here on top, again, a little bit of surface rust, nothing crazy. There's no holes. The corners here, you know, there's a little bit down in that seam there above the door, but it's pretty much all surface rust. You know, there's no serious holes, no crazy damage over the years. Front, super solid and clean. The frame, even though being exposed, you know, there's surface rust, obviously, the motor mount's there, cross member there, but it's nothing significant. I mean, a lot of times when you get these trucks, they're just a rust bucket, just absolutely eaten alive, somewhere in the frame, on the body, anything, usually 90s and older. But like I said, you know, there's stuff in the floor, but I mean, you can see the floor down there underneath. It's really solid. At some point, you know, I'll get this all cleaned out, we'll clean it up, take a closer look at the bed. Yes, the bed had something in there. It looks like at one point slid forward, cocked it pretty good, but I mean, that's no big deal. Man, again, I'm just blown away by the underside here. Let me all know what you think. Is this just a miraculous find for something that's just been sitting in the grass for who knows how long? Gonna talk with the owner, see kind of how long it's been there, what the story was on how it ended up just sitting there. I know he wanted to rebuild it, but maybe find some of that out, let you know. But man, just love this thing even more now, seeing how solid of a base we have here to start with. But yeah, again, I'm just thinking, you know, slow process, but autocross. I mean, it feels like the perfect platform. Let me all know what you think. Am I crazy? Is this the perfect truck for that? What would you do with it? Would you autocross it? Would you road course? Would you drag race? Would you make a street truck, lift it? Let me know down in the comments. But honestly, the people I know, the way the industry is right now, I really think that this is the perfect autocross platform. So thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me down in the comments what you think of this thing, and we'll catch you next time.